Still a few minutes for the folks to get in here before the first pitch, and a lot of them are as they are coming through the gates out there to watch the Mariners meet the Yankees for the final time here this year. The Yankees certainly well on their way to the playoffs, and the Mariners and the Yankees one more time. The rubber game of the three-game series. A very pleasant good afternoon with Mike Blowers. I'm Dave Niehaus, and welcome to Mariners baseball one more time. Let's look at the lineups, Mike.
Thank you, Dave. Start with the Mariners today. Leading things off, it'll be Ichiro, then Gutierrez. Lopez back at second base. He'll hit third. Griffey, Beltre, Hall. Karp in the lineup hitting seventh. He will play first base. Adam Moore getting his second start hitting eighth. And Josh Wilson, the shortstop, will hit ninth. Take a look at the New York Yankees. Familiar lineup. Jeter, Damon, Teixeira, A-Rod, Matsui, Posada, Cano, Cabrera, and Gardner will play center field. He will hit ninth. Take a look at the numbers for Ian Snell this year. 4.86 ERA, 30 walks in 46 innings pitched. He is definitely going to have to watch that today. The Yankees will hurt him if he walks too many guys. And in the outfield will be Hall, Gutierrez, and Ichiro. Across the infield, Beltre, Wilson, Lopez, Mike Karp at first. And Adam Moore will do the catching this afternoon. Take a look at his last outing against the White Sox. 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, pitched well in the ball game. Again, I think the biggest thing with him is pitch count's going to have to try to find a way to get through some innings quickly if he can.
And with the Angels leading the Texas Rangers 10-5, I mention that because if the Angels win and the Yankees beat the Mariners today, it'll just hasten things along a little bit. It will clinch a playoff spot for the New York Yankees today. And Derek Jeter steps in to lead it off. And he'll take down low. We understand that the clubhouse is already stacked with champagne here this afternoon, in case that should be the case for New York.
I think the Mariners would like for them to have to pack it on a plane and take it out of here.
And a base hit. Jeter starts it off with a clean shot into right field. 61 degrees at game time. Autumn is not too far in the future. Johnny Damon. Johnny Damon has been unbelievable. 3 more hits last night. 3 hits in the first game of this series on Friday night. Snell misses down low. Chuck Merriweather is the man calling balls and strikes here this afternoon. And very high and outside. All right, maybe it's just me, but Snell doesn't seem like he's extending his arm very well this afternoon. Looks like he's short arming the ball a little bit.
His velocity isn't where you'd want it to be. I think give him a few pitches to see if he can loosen things up.
And that's hit hard but foul. Into the seats down there. 2-1 to count. Yankees making their way to Southern California after this game for the series with the Angels. And on the outside corner, first strike.
And that's a better fastball for Snell.
Yankees, of course, will be very soon clinching the best record in baseball, in the American League and in baseball. St. Louis Cardinals with 87 victories, the Dodgers with 89 in the National League, and the Yankees already with 95.
They have certainly turned the new Yankee Stadium into a real advantage for them. They've been terrific this year playing at home. 52-23 is their home record.
Derek Jeter with 26 stolen bases. Only been caught 5 times. A very smart base runner. Very good base runner. Damon fouls that ball down the first base line with a feeling of fall in the air. And why? Fall's not that far off. The equinox will be here at 2:18 Pacific time on Tuesday, and we will officially be in the fall.
I like the fall. Do you like the fall?
Maybe my favorite season. And that's hit foul down the right field line. I think here in the Northwest, it's the most beautiful month of all. If you get a chance to travel into the mountains and watch the trees and the different autumnal colors as they arrive on the scene. And we're later than in New England, of course, of getting all the full color. Down low. 3-2. Bet you Jeter's going now.
I would guess that he is too. Try to stay away from the double play, and if he gets a base hit, he can go first to third easily.
And there he goes. 3-2's down low. So Snell's beginning to work himself into a bit of a problem here already in the first with nobody out. He gives up the base hit to Jeter. Walks Johnny Damon, and here he is. Mr. Thunder himself, Mark Teixeira. What a night he had last night. 2 home runs, a triple, a single, 5 RBIs.
And the triple that he hit was inches away from being a third home run for him. A great effort by Gutierrez to bring it back into the ballpark.
And Teixeira taking down low, ball 1. 1 ball on those strikes. Bright sunshine now here at Safeco. Nice stop down there. Nick Keller, first base coach.
Looks like Snell has a pretty good changeup here in the first inning. He's thrown it a number of times. Been a good pitch for him so far. His fastball, not quite commanding it yet. Velocity's starting to go up though. He's 92, 93 now with his fastball.
There it is. Fouled at the plate. On the change, 1 and 2. Wakamatsu was with Teixeira when he was a bench coach in Texas before Texas sent him on to Atlanta a couple years ago. And great admirer of his work ethic. And popped up foul territory, maybe playable, and it will not quite be as it bounces on top of the dugout. Look at Teixeira's numbers the last 5 years. 33-30, 33-43 in 205. 2-2.
Managers certainly like having players that they can consistently put in their lineup and know what to expect from them.
Only he and Albert Pujols have 35 home runs, 35 doubles this year. Big pitch. Popped him up. Again on a changeup. And so Josh Wilson will make the catch. By the way, Jack Wilson, his season may be over. He is not even going to make the next trip, which is this week that goes to Florida and to Toronto, because his heel is really barking, and they're not exactly sure if he's going to be able to come back.
Well, anybody that's had a heel bruise knows how painful that is. You can't do much. Tough to even walk, and then you don't want him to hurt himself worse trying to play here out the last couple of weeks of the season.
Here's A-Rod now. I think it behooves him to pay attention to the hitter. Forget about the base runners. It's a big enough hitter at the plate. I don't think the Yankees are going to run themselves out of an inning here. Down low.
I think in this situation you have to make Jeter aware of the fact that you're paying attention to him by a look or whatever, but you definitely want to keep your main focus and concentration on the hitters. And you have Teixeira, who is just able to pop up, but then you have Alex Matsui, who's having a terrific year. Those are the guys that are going to cause the damage for you.
And that's down low. 2-0. And the Angels have beaten Texas today, and their magic number is decreasing. It's down to 8. If the Yankees win, they'll be the first team to qualify for the playoffs. Too low. 3-0.
You betcha. He's swinging if he gets a pitch that he likes. So Ian Snell can't just groove a fastball here trying to get back in the count. He's going to have to make a good pitch.
Matsui next. And the 3-0. Inside corner to News. 3-1. Count 3-2.
That gives you an idea how good his stuff is. His fastball is going to be 91 to 95 miles an hour, but he has pretty good run to it. Times it gets him in trouble commanding that pitch. But on the 3-1 fastball that he just threw to Alex, barely able to foul it off. That's because of the movement of it.
Pitching by Ian Snell.
This is a big time slider from Snell on a 3-2 pitch. He throws a slider up there, and you can see it right on the inside corner. 88 miles an hour. Good pitch.
And Alex Nutt. And here's Hideki Matsui. Matsui, a home run last night. Changed that time too high. Matsui a ground ball to first, and some pretty good pitching by Ian Snell. He was about ready to fall off the cliff. But he comes back, pops up to Teixeira, strikes out A-Rod, grounds out Matsui. The Yankees don't score. They lead 2. Mariners coming up.
Africa or something? Africa.
Look at the Mariner lineup, Mike.
Leading things off for the Mariners this afternoon will be Ichiro. Then Gutierrez, Lopez, Griffey the DH hitting fourth, Beltre, Hall. Mike Carp getting the start at first. He will hit seventh. Adam Moore getting his second start, hitting eighth. And Josh Wilson, the shortstop, will hit ninth. Jabba Chamberlain, they've been very careful with his innings, 143. They don't want to get past around 160, but you see 122 strikeouts. And the defense behind him this afternoon in the outfield will be Damon Gardner getting the start in center field. Cabrera moves over to right. Rodriguez, Jeter, Cano, and Teixeira in the infield. And Jorge Posada just back from his suspension. He will be behind the plate this afternoon. See what he's done. The Mariners last time, 5 innings pitched, just 4 earned runs, 90 pitches.
.210 and counting. That's his hit total. 2015 is Major League career hit total. Went after the first pitch and popped it back and out of play. It was a week ago today in Texas that he rolled that ground ball to shortstop in the 9th consecutive year. He had his 200th hit. It's been for Ichiro since then. They walk off. Base hit to beat the White Sox in 14, and the dramatic 2-run home run to beat the Yankees on Friday. One and two. Into and out of the glove of Jorge Posada, who is through serving his 3-game suspension, being involved in the brawl in Toronto. Inside. And lined into left center field. Too much error work there. More of a fly ball than a line drive, so Ichiro is an easy out as Johnny Damon catches up with it. One down. And Franklin Gutierrez will be the hitter. Gutierrez put a heck of a scare into the Yankees in the 5th inning last night when he hit that line drive off the chest of CC Sabathia.
Watching it live and then seeing the replay, it looked like he hit him in the face. So he was very fortunate, didn't miss by much, hit him in the chest. Ended up staying in the game. Pretty scary.
Gutierrez, a fly ball to right field. And Gardner goes over into the corner and pushes into the shade to make the catch. Mariners 3-6 against New York, the final meeting here today, but they are 16-5 in rubber games. Low. Detroit feeling some tremendous pressure from the Twins. They're playing the Twins today and leading 4-2 in the 7th. Minnesota only 2 back of the Tigers beginning play today. Pull pick down the third base line. He's going to catch the stands ready to jet out. And he's on his way for 2, and the throw way offline over the second baseman and backed up by Teixeira. So Jose Lopez, a 2-out double. That's one thing that Johnny Damon does not have, and that's a good arm.
Oh, and the Mariners will be aggressive with him as long as he's in the outfield. They typically take him out late when the Yankees have a lead, but a nice double for Jose Lopez. Gets a fastball in the inner half and rips it down the line.
And here comes Junior. A little bit low and inside. And a fly ball hit deep into right center field, and that baby's going to take a hop off the wall. The Mariners will take the lead as Lopez scores on an RBI double by Junior. His first hit off Java Chamberlain. So the Mariners catching a little 2-out thunder here in the first inning, with back-to-back doubles by Lopez and Junior.
Take a look at that pitch.
47th, yeah.
Take a look at that pitch right in the middle of the plate. Junior jumps all over it, drives it into the gap. Right fielder Cabrera just turns around and watches it bounce off the warning track, short off the wall out there. So Mariners getting a little something early against the Yankees.
And Beltre now. His time takes the breaking ball for a strike. Junior number 3 in active doubles in baseball. Well outside. 1-1. Sox look like they're going to win. Baltimore big 9-3 late in that ball game. Red Sox still with 3 more against in New York, and it's a strike. 1-2 beginning play today. 6 back of the Yankees. And a ground ball back over the middle into center field for a base hit. So here comes Junior around third. He is going to score, and the Mariners have a 2-0 lead. Perfectly placed chopper right over the mound. 3 consecutive hits with 2 outs.
Take a look at the swing by Beltre. Chops it back over the mound. Jabba Chamberlain actually looked like he threw up his hand trying to barehand it to keep it from going into center field. You look at Junior running. 2 outs right away. He takes off.
Dave Island out to the mound, the pitching coach for the New York Yankees. So the Mariners striking with 2 outs and nobody on for so far a pair. And Bill Hall will be the hitter.
That's nice to see. A couple of things. One, the Mariners getting a little bit of a lead now for Ian Snell. Hopefully he can relax. First inning, he had to throw a lot of pitches, so he's been able to sit in the dugout for a little while, catch his breath. Because now Chamberlain, his next pitch will be his 20th.
Breaking ball is outside. Turned out to be quite an afternoon. Beautiful afternoon. Hall takes, I guess, a little high. And the count 2-0. Chamberlain not throwing hard at all.
So he's throwing more breaking balls and changeups. So throwing 1 fastball at 96, but most of them have been 91, 92 miles an hour.
There's a 92-mile-an-hour fastball.
And a good aggressive swing by Hall on a 2-0 pitch. A good fastball out over the plate. See his total 22 so far for the inning, so both pitchers have to throw a lot of pitches here in the first.
Beltre, you might recall last night, stole third base. As Hall was called out on strikes. And a high fly ball popped up to left. And Damon and the center fielder Cabrera to make the catch to retire the side, but the Mariners strike with 3 consecutive hits with 2 down, and they score 2. As we go to the second, they lead it 2-0.
The entertainment capital of the Northwest.
And welcome back to Safeco Field. Folks are here. They're not folding that up, are they? Well, there's some more. Look. Deep. Into those eyes for some rally fries. Here's Posada. And a change to him. First strike. So Snell's got a couple. Let's see if he can run with it now. Jorge pops it up, probably playable. It is, and a fine play by Beltre. Nobody does it better on that.
I would agree, Dave. I think he's the best. Grandma's 85. Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, Grandma. Speaking of that, there's a lady here today by the name of Grandma T. She's in Spokane. Her name is Laura Drazona, and she is 100 years old. She turned 100 this past week.
Happy birthday.
Absolutely. Coming over here to watch a ball game today. Happy birthday, Grandma T.
She has a beautiful day for it.
Does she ever? Yeah. 1-0 the count. On Robinson Cano.
I don't think it'll be too much longer before Robinson Cano gets a gold glove.
Oh, nice play by Snell. Throws him out. Speaking of Yankee Doodle, George M. Cohan, of course, wrote that song. What is a Yankee Doodle?
I have no idea.
Doodle is something you write on notepads and things like this, so you're doodling, right?
Yeah. Doodle dandy.
Melky Cabrera is the hitter. Snell starting out the last two hitters with good changeups.
Big key is throwing strikes.
And another. One and two. And a line drive to right field, and Ichiro coming in. Ichiro gobbles that one up. The Yankees are gone 1-2-3 here in the second. And as we go to the home half of the second, runners up 2-0.
Seattle's premier entertainment and dining destination.
Beautiful day here in Seattle for the finale of this homestand. Next to last homestand of the year and the finale of this 3-game series as Mike Karp steps in to lead it off in the second inning. Karp with his first home run a couple nights ago out into the seats in right field. Takes the pitch a little high. Ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Strike at the knees. 1-1. What do you see this guy? You see this guy as a 15 to 20 home run a year guy?
You know what? I wouldn't have said that the first time he came up, Dave, because it looked to me like he was, trying to get his base hits and hitting the ball the other way. But since he's come back, he seems to be much more aggressive with his swing. So I don't see why not. I think that he can certainly do that.
What separates the men from the boys in home runs? 20 or 15?
Oh, I think 20. You have to be 20 plus.
Well, that's a nice little line drive up his back.
But Mike Karp has done a nice job swinging the bat, hitting 270 coming into the game. Solid base hit into right field on a pitch that's up out over the plate. Hits it right in the hole on the right side. I think if you're under 20, they consider you a gap hitter. Over 20, then they'll put you in the home run hitting category.
Be good to see Russell Bryan in Toronto.
Yeah, that would be terrific to see him.
Here's Adam Moore now, and the young man from Texas making his major league debut in that final White Sox game. Caught all 14 innings. 9 pitchers.
Got to know everybody in a hurry, didn't he?
Started out Double-A, went to Triple-A, combined, hit 287 with a dozen home runs. He's got an infectious smile, a great personality.
I think watching the 14 innings, I took a couple things away from it. I don't know what he's going to do hitting wise, but I can tell you this: he's a really good receiver of the baseball, and he has a real strong arm.
And I think when you get a catcher, that's what you look for first. You don't look for any great production from your catchers. Your productive catchers are far and few between. The guys that are going to hit in the middle of the lineup, get you 85 to 90. There aren't that many Joe Mauers.
No, there's not. Yankees have a good one in Posada that does a lot of different things. But I think that you start there, Dave. Defensively, how does he catch the ball? Can he block the pitches that are in the dirt? Look at his throwing arm. And from there, can he call a game? Will he be able to get to the point to where he can call a game effectively for the different types of pitchers that he's going to have to work with? Offensively, I think that's the last thing that you look at. It's great to have the guys that can help you out offensively, but you really, especially I think with the Mariners now, because their pitching is so strong, the guys behind the plate have to be able to work with them.
Adam Moore sends a line drive base hit into right center field for his first major league hit. Let him have the ball. Nicely done. A nice soft line drive right over Cano into right field. And Derek Jeter throws the ball out of play. That's one he'll never forget.
He will never forget it. Nice piece of hitting, too. Looks like a breaking ball down and away from him. It is probably going to be a ball, but he stays with it with a couple of strikes on him. This little line drive out into right center field. The Mariners again here in the second inning have some action going. But congratulations to Adam Moore for getting his first major league hit.
Think that man that threw the ball in remembers his first major league hit?
I bet he does.
You're darn right.
I don't think anybody forgets the first one.
Mike Sweeney got the baseball. Josh Wilson is the hitter, and he's around the bunt. And does. Nicely done. Picked up by Java. Sacrifice works. 1-4. Harp to third. Adam Moore to second. Now, just because Mike Sweeney got that baseball. Doesn't mean that Adam Moore at the beginning is going to get that baseball.
He will get a baseball.
He will get a baseball. Eventually he'll get the ball.
I'm sure they're all down there talking about what they're going to do to another ball and give it to him as his first major league hit. But somebody will keep that one in their pocket for him.
They're not going to mess with Ichiro. They will load the bases now and take their chances with Franklin Gutierrez, as they want nothing to do with Ichiro. By the way, this is the 174th game in which Ichiro has not gone 2 games in a row without a base hit. And that ties the record Stan Musial had. He's not alone, but the last guy to go that long, 174 games, was Musial back in the war years of 1943 and 44. That is unbelievable, to not go more than 2 games without a base hit.
It really is unbelievable. It's actually amazing. And you know what? At times, you watch Ichiro, there's times when he's swinging the bat well like he is right now, and there's other times when he's not swinging well. But he manufactures hits, if that makes any sense at all, Dave. He can get the infield hit, drop a blooper in somewhere. He just finds a way to get his hits when he's not swinging well.
So the Mariners now with a big chance to do a lot of damage, as Franklin Gutierrez, who runs well, tough man to double up. Although the thing about Gutierrez is he hits the ball hard. If he hits it at somebody, of course they can double him up. We'd like to see something right out there near the Nikon sign, out in left center field, to clean him up.
He hit the ball hard out to right field his first time up. Took Cabrera back to the warning track.
And a breaking ball outside. Around third base, Carp. Second base, Moore. There's Ichiro. Himself pitched in there.
I like it. When you're in a situation with the bases loaded, look for something in the middle of the plate early in the count and turn it loose, and that's what Gutierrez did. When Chamberlain missed with that first pitch breaking ball, percentages go way up that you're going to get a good fastball to hit, and he did.
Checked his swing, took it a little bit outside, another breaking ball. 2-1. And that is a strike that time. 2-2. Two's been playing some great baseball. That's the Oakland A's. They're winning again today. They won 6 in a row. And leading 5-0 in the second inning over Cleveland. And we'll see Oakland on the final week of the season here. Oakland and Texas to close it out. Outside. No place to put it now. Full count.
And Chamberlain really wanted that last pitch, a slider. Looks to the tracer, it was off the plate.
Walks in around. Well, that's part of the problem with the strategy of intentionally walking a man to load the bases. You have to throw strikes to the next guy.
Manager puts it right on your shoulders when he decides to go ahead and put somebody on. And Chamberlain, a lot of breaking balls in that at bat. He threw one fastball that was up out over the plate on a 1-0 pitch, and then after that he stayed with his slider. Had a tough time locating it. Dave Island going out and talking to him.
And Jose Lopez, a man with 24 home runs, man with 90 RBIs, and a chance to have both right here. Over at third base, Adam Moore. He threw out second. And there's Gutierrez. And a fly ball into the gap in right center field and deep. That's going to be run down out there by the center fielder, Gardner. But the run's going to score. The Mariners lead it 4-0. And down to third base goes Ichiro. So a nice sacrifice fly for Lopez to pick up his 91st RBI of the year.
Looks like Lopez gets the first pitch fastball and jumps on it. Again, very aggressive hitting by the Mariners. Hit this ball well out into right center field. Gardner will cover a lot of ground, Yankee center fielder.
And now Junior, who had the double last inning to drive in a run. Change up.
The Yankees already have somebody up in their bullpen warming.
Strike two called. Somebody doctoring up Adam Moore's base hit, or not the ball. Junior watches it miss. Edward Ramirez is the man throwing down on the pen now. Behind Chamberlain. Gavin 3 pitches away from throwing 50 in the first 2 innings. Number 627 in his Hall of Fame career for the Mariners this year. Number 16. And 3 more RBIs, giving him 50 on the year and 4 in this game. No doubt about that one.
No doubt about that one. He gets a fastball. Chamberlain coming right at him to his fastball, and Junior jumps all over it. Right on the inside corner. 93 miles an hour. You're right, Dave. No doubt about it. So in 2 innings, Junior already with 2 hits, a double, a home run, and 4 RBIs.
So it is 7-0 Mariners. You get another look at it. Man, that ball is tagged. Adrian Beltre taking a couple of strikes now. On 2. And got him on 3 pitches, but the damage has been done mostly by Junior here in the 2nd inning with a 3-run bomb. And after 2, the Mariners with a nice advantage. They lead the Yankees 7-0. Great. Here's Brett Gardner now taking a little bit inside ball, 1 ball and no strikes. And, you know, out there at second base, if you're the kid, you think, don't throw that ball back in the stands. And a change outside. 2-0. We were wondering about Derek Jeter, who threw that ball in, about his first base hit. And it's fine outside. You were there.
In the kingdom.
May 30th, 1995. He hit a line drive by you and by Luis Soho, who was playing shortstop at the time in the left field formation.
To get it through that left side of the infield must have been a bullet.
Of course, Soho had one of the most memorable hits in Mariner history at the playoff game against the Angels with the bases loaded.
And later became one of the coaches for the Yankees.
Right.
For the Yankees
Right.
for a while. Who would have known, though, at that time when Jeter had that base hit that went by me to my left? 2,700 some odd hits later. You never
game,
know.
isn't
You
it?
never know.
God bless America.
Yeah, you never know.
Brett Gardner has the count go full 3-2. And that's something you don't like to see when you got a 7-0 lead. Walk the number 9 hitter. As a leadoff man nonetheless. And Derek Jeter will be the hitter. Derek, a native of Kalamazoo. A Wolverine fan. Strike. Sarkisian and his Huskies enjoying the day off. Boy, did they deserve that, huh? What a story.
What a story is right.
Take on the Cardinal next week down in Palo Alto. And then Notre Dame the week after that. Two strikes.
I think that one jumped up and got Chuck Merriweather, the home plate umpire, on the hand. Did him a little bit. Forget about the road for these umpires sometimes. Chuck Merriweather was in the Florida State League back when I was an A-ball.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What year was that?
Well, that would have been in 87, I believe. Yeah, 87.
22 years ago.
I think Ed Rappiano was in the league that year.
Yeah, umpire. Double play ball. There's one. Oh, couldn't get the ball out of his hand. Lopez had it popped right up on it, but they get the front man.
We'll take a look at it. Tailor-made double play ball. Josh Wilson, no problem, gets rid of it quickly, and then Lopez on the exchange has a tough time, bobbles it, you can see.
So instead of 2 out, nobody on, 1 out, 1 on, and Johnny Damon, the hitter. A little outside. 2-0. You know, I'm thinking in terms of Ken Griffey Jr. And as we come down to the final 2 weeks of the season, I don't think anybody knows what his decision is going to be. I think it's up to him whether he wants to come back or not. I'll be quite frank with you. But in case he should think that maybe this is it, I wouldn't miss a chance to come out and see him next week when the Mariners return home.
That's a great point. Absolutely. Final homestand for the Mariners. Nobody knows. He's not saying anything.
3-0 on Damon. Pop-up. Mile high. And Ichiro will get over there. 2 down. Okay, time now for our Aflac trivia question. Enter Duck. Hi, Duck. How are you? In which team game number? Now, this is game number 149 for the Mariners. In which team game number did George Brett's 1980 batting average dipped below 400 for good? He hit 390 that year, you may recall. 1980. What game? It was late. It was late in the year. He hit 400 for most of the year.
Today's game 150. I'll go with that. That's late.
And a line drive down the right field line for a base hit. Off the bat of Teixeira. Man, that ball was smoked.
Take a look at it. You see Jeter getting his lead, has to get out of the way. Carp trying to make a stab at it, but the ball was just hit too hard.
A-Rod. Count went to 3-0 on him, and then he struck out looking in the first inning. This is game number 149. Knowing the diabolical nature of the man who makes up these questions. Ground ball hit to third. And waiting for the runner to come down and make the tag is Beltre. I'm going to guess, Belt, this is game number 149. That's the anniversary of him dipping below. I'm going to And welcome back, where the Mariners are enjoying a rather sizable 7-0 lead moving into the home half of the third inning of play. Time for our Aflac trivia question. And which team game did George Brett's 1980 batting average get below 400 for good? And the answer is game number 149 back in 1980 as Phil Hall pops the pitch up and down the right field line. My reasoning was right, but my game number was wrong. You're right. You're right. This is game number 150.
Right.
But I said game number 149. It was because I had 149 in my book.
Well, sometimes you have to get a little bit lucky, and I think we did today, and we'll take full credit for getting the answer right.
0-1 the count on Hall, and a swing and a miss. 1-2 the count.
I remember that. I was hoping that he would get there.
Yeah, I think everybody was pulling for him. And that's down low. Since Ted Williamson 41, the man who has come the closest was Tony Gwynn. The Padres back in 1994. He had 394. So Billy's gone on strikes. And for Jabba Chamberlain, only his second strikeout. Mike Karp, who started the 5-run second inning with a clean whistling base hit to right field. Last inning will be the hitter.
I wonder when we'll see it again, Dave.
400?
Yeah.
Gosh, it's been a long time.
Yeah, it has. It'll happen again, though.
And a breaking ball inside. You know, it used to be fairly commonplace in the 20s. You know, with Hornsby and those guys around.
How many games were they playing then?
Well, I think 154.
154?
Yeah.
So George still would have been a little bit short.
Yeah.
If he went.
But we don't use asterisks in this business.
No. But I'm just saying, because you said it was common that with him being that close at 149.
3-0 on Mike Karp. And there's Mr. Moore. And down low and outside. So here he comes, a man you can no longer place in a maiden race. Adam Moore. Walks given up by Java. And here's another fake ball that's some messages on there.
Somebody wrote a book on that thing.
But believe me, the real ball is unscathed. Except maybe for a little bit of a smudge where he hit the ball so hard. You can say right there's where I hit it. A strike on him. Too low. Kansas City beat the White Sox again 2-1 today. White Sox are about done.
Yeah, I think so.
If they are done, as you see the pitch fouled off to the right now to play, I think they could probably come back and point to that. Although they struggled a little bit before, it looked like they were going to gain some momentum. But they come right back here to Seattle and look at that 14-inning game when it finally, the final nail was put in because they never recovered from it.
No, I agree. And that was right at the time when you really can't afford to slip at all.
Adam a foul again. And a breaking ball down low and outside, so full count. I don't think Carper's going to be going here. Big kid, Adam Moore. And Carp is going. The 3-2 pitch swung on, hit to center field. Right at the center fielder, Gardner. And Brett's throw back to first base is a little bit offline. Carp was already down to second. So 2 away. One of the biggest fan appreciation nights here at Safeco Field is set for Friday the 2nd of October. The Rangers will be here and hope you're going to be here for prize giveaways all game long, including a trip for 2 to Hawaii, courtesy of Alaska Airlines, digital cameras, 50-inch plasma TVs, Blu-ray disc players, autographed jerseys, and more. For tickets, you can visit Mariners.com. That's in the dirt. And down to second base easily. We'll go Carp on the wild pitch.
Chamberlain just really struggled today. He seems to be all over the place. Look at his pitch total. 67 pitches here in the third. 31 balls, 36 strikes.
Fly ball popped up. And Cabrera will back up and make the catch out there. And the side is out here in the third. Mariners lead a man. And as we go to the fourth, they lead it 7-0. And we remind you that Sunday, October the 4th, the Mariners and the Rangers conclude the regular season. Prizes galore at Kids Appreciation Day. All youngsters 14 and under eligible for great prizes, including a Mariner Moose birthday party here at Safeco Field, and Fender guitar, autographed jerseys, and more. Plus, all kids will take home a Moose poster courtesy of Ivar's and Kid Valley. For tickets, you can visit Mariners.com. Dave Niehaus with Mike Flowers moving into the fourth inning of play. And Hideki Matsui looks at strike. 1-1. Cool afternoon, but not so cool out there in the warm sunshine. 61 degrees at game time. One. And there, if you're in a bull ring, those are your expensive seats, center seats. Two and one. Sergio Mitre. He's throwing now down in the bullpen. Placing Edouard Ramirez. And so he doesn't get cheated on his swings.
You look at his overall numbers. You'd think he's having a nice year, 279, 26, 86, but he's missed time this year too. And for the first couple of games of this series, he certainly looks healthy.
Lopez has got the easy play for the out. And Posada fouled out to Beltre. And the second will be the hitter.
And you can see the shadows creeping in towards home plate. Probably another inning and a half. It's going to get difficult for the hitters. Which at this point would be good news for the Mariners, since they are the ones with the 7-0 lead.
Ball in the strike. In terms of switch hitting catchers, of course, Jason Varitek of Red Sox. Posada here for the Yankees. And that's outside ball 2-1. And remember Bob Rogers of the Angels way back when. Mickey Tettleton, yeah. And a line drive, and it's speared by Mr. Wilson. Josh, a fine play.
That's just a really nice catch by Josh Wilson. Posada hits it on the button. You can see him in it right back up, but it's starting to curve back towards Wilson, and he has just enough room to make the catch. Nice play.
Now let's move forward a half an hour. You've got the shadows out there midway between the mound and the hitting area, and you're hitting out of the shadows into the sun at the shortstop. That's a tougher play.
It definitely is a tougher play. You don't see the ball off the bat quite as well. And maybe just that little bit of hesitation is the difference for Posada to get a hit.
And you see the shadows beginning to creep out now. Another look at a fine catch by Josh Wilson. Full extension. Robinson Cano had his shot snared at the mound in the second inning. It's going behind 3 balls and no strikes. Three and one. And a fly ball to left field, playable. Hall back to the track, and with the sunglasses down, makes the catch out there. And the fourth inning is history. 3 up and 3 down to the bottom half of the fourth. Mariners 7, Yankees nothing.
Entertainment capital of the Northwest. The tracer system uses 3 cameras to track every pitch. With this tracking information, we can show you where the ball crosses the front plane of the plate. Our system is accurate to within 1 inch. We then take this data and convert it to our EQC tracer graphic.
7-0, the Mariners leading it as we go into the bottom half of the 4th inning. It's really one Fry's bad, man. They named their dog Edgar.
Edgar's a good guy.
He's a great guy. He's a great guy. Probably a very good dog, too. All right. Java Chamberlain, he's done. 3 innings of work, 6 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. He ended up throwing 69 pitches. And this is Sergio Mitre, who's been used mainly as a starter. He's had 9 starts. This is his 10th appearance. Record of 3-3 and a 7.63 ERA. And teams have pretty well taken him to the dog shed. They have a 340 batting average against him. Ichiro, the hitter. Down low. Good two-seam fastball at 90 miles an hour. Changeup.
With September, the rosters can be expanded. You bring your 40 guys up if you want. Most clubs, maybe a couple. Were you surprised to see how many bodies the Yankees have with them?
Yeah, 38 guys here.
Yeah.
38. Slowly rolled to second. You know, underhands him out. The thing about the only thing I can think of is how are you going to be the first club to clinch it? And by having so many bodies here, they can give the rest of the guys about as much time off as they want to heal, get ready for the playoffs, and have plenty of bodies to take their place.
That's just, I would agree that probably makes the most sense, but that still seems like a lot of bodies for a club that is actually going to the postseason.
Franklin Gutierrez takes the pitch down low, ball 1-1 ball and no strikes. Looks like spring training down there, doesn't it?
They don't have enough chairs for them all.
on strike. And a breaking ball outside. Ball 2-2. Happiest words of winter are pitchers and catchers report February 19th. Up the middle. Nice base hit. That time by Franklin Gutierrez. And Jose Lopez, the hitter. The inaugural Oktoberfest here at Safeco Field is going to be on Thursday, the 1st of October. The A's will be here, and your ticket includes a seat in the Oktoberfest section. That's a limited edition Mariners Stein or a T-shirt you'll be given, and your first beverage at the pregame party in the bullpen market. For tickets or for more information, you can visit mariners.com/Oktoberfest. A strike to Jose Lopez. His 91st RBI on the sacrifice line, the second. And then Junior unloaded his 3-run shot.
Petrie has pretty good sink to his fastball. Ball's moving pretty good, guys. Swinging over the top of his fastball. Good movement to it. Base hit that Gutierrez had was a ground ball back up the middle.
Way out in front of it, so he's down on strikes. 2 away, and here's Junior. A double scored and a 3-run home run. Outside. Red Sox have won, so if the Mariners hang on, they get the Red Sox within 5 of New York. It's not over yet. Tuno. Tigers win, so they increase their 2-game lead to 3 over the Twins today, being the Twins head on 6-2. Reno. Junior back in the second inning, little doubt about it. His 16th home run of the year, way back, a 3-run bomb. Number 627. All the way to the backstop. So Gutierrez moves into second base. Junior walks. And Adrian Beltre will be the hitter. Adrian got the Mariners their second run with a base hit up the middle in the first inning. to him. And that's a little bit low. Hope you enjoy the playoffs. Of course, the playoffs are here on Fox and on TBS. And it won't be long before they'll be beginning. Two and one.
18 pitches from Etrig, 9 balls, 9 strikes. Goes back to what you were talking about, Dave, as far as the high batting average. You fall behind hitters and have to straighten out your fastball, get it in the middle of the plate. These guys are going to hit you hard. You can see he's really struggling. He's basically throwing his fastball, struggling to throw it for strikes.
And a ground ball to third. Flattens out for Alex, but he stays with it nicely and gets the force on Junior at second base. And here in the fourth, a hit to left. And as we go to the fifth, the Mariners still enjoying that nice 7-0 lead. And by Pizza Hut, get loads of melty cheese. A swing and a miss, and a great changeup that time.
He's had a good changeup for the entire game.
Yeah. 77 miles an hour. And tickles the outside with a fastball right on the block. One of the first to admit is that ball is going to dump itself back into the stands, I think, yeah. But we're seeing a different Ian Snell than I thought we were going to see after the first two hitters. A line drive base hit by Jeter, a walk to Damon, and it looked like the first inning was trouble all over again.
But he worked his way out of it. Big pitch was a 3-2 pitch to Alex when he struck him out looking. And then since then, the Mariners have been able to score a bunch of runs for him, so he can be more aggressive, or at least it feel like he can.
And that's foul. Not only was it a 3-2 pitch, he had fallen behind Alex 3-0 and came back to strike him out. I think that's his biggest pitch of the ball game.
Yes, yes. He looked like, as you said, he was in some big trouble.
1-2. Angels go into Texas after Texas had beaten them 9 of 12 and beat them 2 of 3, winning today. And after they'd struggled after the Mariners left, the white flag is not all the way up the steps, but it's about halfway down there in Texas. It'll be tough for him now. Routine fly ball. And Bill Hall will make the easy catch. Mariners travel tomorrow. Then on Tuesday they'll be down at Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, and Ryan Roland Smith, who was outstanding in his last outing, will get to start against Jeff Neiman. Then on Wednesday, Brandon Morrow and Wade Davis, and on to Toronto. And Felix will get to start first game in Toronto. He'll also get the first start when the Mariners return home here against Oakland, and maybe the last start of the year 2 weeks from today. If he gets that start, he'd be working on 1 day's fewer rest, but we'll see what happens. My guess is a strike on the outside corner. If the Mariners figure that that last start here would be the difference between winning and not winning the Cy Young Award, he's going to get that start.
Oh, I think so too. And I think that he earned the opportunity to get that start. If it doesn't appear that it's going to make a difference, then they probably shut him down for the winner.
3-2 pitch. So Gardner is rung out by the home plate umpire, so he was going to throw the bat away and head on down to first base. And for Ian Snell, that's his first strikeout since the first inning, when he struck out A-Rod.
Well, Chuck Merriweather, the home plate umpire, rings him up. He thought it was a strike. Gardner trying to plead his case, and Chuck palms up saying, "What are you talking about? Looked like a good pitch."
Hall of Fame pitch, son. Hall of Fame pitch. Derek Jeter, the hitter. Derwood Merrill.
Yes, what a beauty he was. I can't remember who the hitter was, but that was, of course, Derwood. He used to say that all the time. Hall of Fame pitch. So look back, said, if I could get that pitch, I'd go to the Hall of Fame too.
A ball and a strike on Derek Jeter. Derwood Merrill is a great interview. He's from Hooks, Texas, a football coach, a high school football coach down there. Quite a man of God. I mean, he was really something. Breaking ball down low and outside. And I think he was kind of a pseudo minister also. Just to sit around and talk to him, and I used to have that opportunity. It was a revelation, if you'll pardon the pun. 3-1 the count. And a foul back by Derek Jeter. cost him that time, a little bit low and inside. But again, the first walk since the first inning, along with his first strikeout since the first inning. And Johnny Damon will be the hitter. And as you can see, we have the Mariners calendar brought to you by Sleep Country USA, and it's quickly running out. One more trip to Tampa Bay and Toronto, and then home against Oakland and Texas. And we'll see you in March. Johnny Damon takes a nice breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Always one of my favorite times of the year because so many deals. But they're in Indianapolis, Indiana this year in December. Lay out on the beach in Indianapolis there. December. 1-1 pitch. Off the first base side back into the stands. It's cold in Indianapolis.
So you're saying you won't be at the meetings?
No, I don't go to meetings anyway. But if I was an executive, I'd much rather have Scottsdale or Miami, or San Diego, or Los Angeles, or Phoenix. Damon hits it hard. Damon's been cooled off in this game. Got hot in the first couple of games, got 6 hits in this series. And a ground ball to first. Nice short hop pickup by Carp, who runs into the bag. So here in the 5th, nothing doing and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. All Mariners 7-0.
Special guest, your son Bo is with us this afternoon.
Yes, Bo just had a birthday. So he's up here hanging out with me for the day. Had a tough football game yesterday, so he figured he better relax and come up here and hang out for the day.
I understand, Bo, you're one of the top linebackers and tight ends in football and Pee Wee football.
Yes, I am.
Having a good year, buddy? All right. Great to have Bo Blowers with us. Leading things off, Bill Hall here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and he takes that pitch up and in for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mike Flowers, what a first half for the Mariners. A 7-0 lead. 2 in the first, 5 runs in the second. Great job, Bo.
I think it was you see this ground ball go to short and Jeter. A bit of a bad hop, but handles it. I think that with Ian Snell working his way through that first inning, Rick, the big pitch that he made to Alex to strike him out, and then the Mariners coming out and scoring some runs early in the game probably settled him down a little bit. He's pitched much better. I think he's had a terrific changeup today, and he's used it effectively against a Yankee lineup that likes to hit the fastball.
Yeah, I mean, 2 on and nobody out. Then he has to get through Murder's Row there with Teixeira and A-Rod and Matsui, and he did that in that first inning. Here is Mike Carp, and Carp takes a look at a strike going 1. He lined a base into the right field. He started that 5-run rally in the second. Yeah, he walked his last time up in the third. The big fish, Mike Carp, big home run. His first home run a few days ago off of DJ Carrasco, a reliever with the Chicago White Sox. New York Vinny pinned that nickname on him, the big fish. Mike Carp.
I like it.
I do too. He likes it too. Sends a fly ball into straightaway center field. Brett Gardner coming up, shades his eyes with his glove, and he's there to make the catch. So 2 outs. Time now for Banner Bank's Building to the Future. How about the High Desert Mavericks, Mariners Class A ball club? Alex Liddy, the young man from Italy. I'm rooting for this guy like crazy. Met him the other day when we were down in Anaheim. He was the California League MVP. Hit .345, Mike, 23 home runs, 104 runs batted in. His manager, Jim Horner, former big leaguer, was the manager of the year. So
that's a terrific season. .345.
Nice year. Here is catcher Adam Moore. And a strike 0-1. Adam with his first major league hit, Mike, line drive single right center field, and scored a run in the second.
What a piece of hitting too. Breaking ball that was down out of the zone, stayed with it, hit it the other way.
And lined out to Gardner in center field in the third inning. 0-2 the count on Moore. Adam made his major league debut on Thursday night. That was that 14 inning 4-3 win over the White Sox. He caught 13 innings. At Tacoma this year, hit .313 with 9 home runs. He also played at AA West Tennessee to start the year. Mike, what's the jump like between AA and AAA?
I think for the hitters, I think the biggest difference is the pitchers in AAA command the fastball a little bit better.
Yeah.
More breaking balls in AAA.
There's a one-hopper back to the mound, handled by Sergio Mitre. An easy play for Mitre, and it's a 1-2-3. Bottom of the 5th inning after 5 innings of play. Mariners 7, the Yankees nothing.
last night. Noticed that there weren't any rally fries, so he came back today. And now we're going to have Lindsay deliver the fries to him. Lindsay yesterday wasn't here because she was over supporting the Washington Huskies, as you can see by her T-shirt. She's a big Washington fan, graduated from the University of Washington. Apparently, Lindsay told Brad Adams that the Huskies were going to beat USC. And Brad Adams made a bet with her about washing each other's car, and now Brad says he doesn't need to wash Lindsay's car. I don't think that's the right thing to do. I think Brad needs to get out there with a sponge and start washing.
I do too. Mark Teixeira with a drive fair down the right field line. Teixeira's in at second base with a leadoff double here in the top half of the sixth inning. Ichiro up with the ball, gets it back in. So Mark Teixeira 2 hits this afternoon.
And so, you know, Junior goes through once a week now, and he makes the pitch like JJ used to on the teams that he thinks are going to win. And so I guess they took it to him to be the judge of this thing, and he said that Brad needs to wash her car, and I agree.
It's only fair.
I think
he lost the bet, Brad Adam. You got to wash Lindsay's car. So after the ball game, get the soap and water and the sponges and take care of Lindsay's car. Huskies winning yesterday 16-13 over third-ranked USC.
And thanks to the young man for coming back again today. Gets his rally fries. Good for him.
Here's Alex Rodriguez. Down low, ball 1. A-Rod is 0 for 2. Struck out in the first. He's also grounded out to Beltre at third base, who was waiting in front of the bag and then put the tag on Derek Jeter for the final out of that inning. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes.
In another inning, Rick, it's going to be tough on the hitters. You can see the shadows getting out over home plate. It's not too bad right now, but when they get about halfway out to the mound, it gets difficult to see.
You lose sight of the ball, it becomes
you see the ball
darker all of a sudden.
It looks a little more gray, and you don't see the spin of the ball as well. You can see it. You just don't really pick up the rotation as quickly as maybe you normally would as Ian throws a fastball right by out.
2-1 the count at A-Rod. Sean Kelly getting loose down to the bullpen. Starting this ball game.
You're an idiot.
Ian Snell getting out of early trouble in the first, again in the third.
And Ken Griffey Jr.
And Jr.'s 3-run home run. He has 4 RBIs. He had an RBI double in the first inning. A swing and a miss by A-Rod, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, the offense jumping on Jabba Chamberlain early, Mike. 2 in the first, 5 runs in the second.
The 2 in the first were big. First couple outs, and the Mariners are able to score 2 runs after the first 2 hitters make outs.
2-out double by Junior, 2-out single by Beltre. That kept more pressure on Chamberlain. His pitch count went higher and higher. He was out of there after just 3 innings. They were always kind of keeping track of his pitch count and his innings anyways as the season winds down.
Well, he had to work hard to get through 3 innings today. He threw a lot of pitches.
Yeah.
Mariners did a nice job offensively of making him work.
He used up those pitches in a hurry. Fly ball into right center field. Ichiro gets over in plenty of time to make the catch, and holding at second is Teixeira. So A-Rod flies out. 1 out for the Yankees. The thing about Ian Snell, Mike, this afternoon, it seems like when a leadoff batter gets on, or 2 get on, he's able to come back and get a big out where that runner, wherever he is, doesn't advance.
You know what he's done today, I think, Rick? Again, it goes back to his changeup and his breaking ball. It seems like when he's gotten into some trouble, he's gone softer, which is a good idea against a club like the Yankees. Now, the trick to it is you have to be able to command those pitches.
Located.
Yeah, exactly, which he has been able to do, and you can see the outs. Pretty even, 6 ground outs, 8 fly outs, and 2 strikeouts for him in the game.
Here's Hideki Matsui, who's 0 for 3 is bounced, or excuse me, 0 for 2 is bounced out twice. And he looks at 1 outside for ball 1. Yeah, you can't miss out over the plate against these guys, and that was Doug Fister's problem last night. But he pitched a heck of a game his first time around back in the middle of August against the Yankees, and won going 7 innings. Ball 2, 2-0. Matsui 1 for 3 last night with a home run, his 26th of the year. Two of Japan's former biggest stars now playing here in the States for a long time. Ichiro in right field. Matsui for the Yankees way outside for ball 3. 3-0 the count. And time is called as catcher Adam Moore goes out to have a talk with Snell. Teixeira on at second, 1 out. Mariners with a 7-0 lead.
And that last ball that he threw was pitch number 100 for Snell. Kelly has been throwing for a little while. I'm sure he's ready to go out in the pen whenever Don Wakamatsu, Garrett Olson, the left-hander, is throwing with him.
Don would like to see Snell get through the 6th inning. And a strike in the outside corner, 3-1. Anytime you can slow down this Yankees offense, Mike, you're doing a heck of a job. They had 10 runs last night on 18 hits. Strike called to the outside corner. Matsui thought it was going to be ball 4, but it's a full count instead. Fastball from Snell. Time is called. Matsui backs out of the box. And it's up and away for ball 4. So Hideki Matsui with a walk, and the Yankees have runners at first and second with 1 out. 4th walk given up by Snell. And here's catcher Jorge Posada, just off the 3-game suspended list. Was out for 3 games after his altercation with the Toronto Blue Jays on Tuesday night. Last time up, robbed of a base hit on a great diving catch by shortstop Josh Wilson. Up and outside, off-speed pitch, ball 1. Wants that pitch down and away, Mike, to try to get that ground ball.
So does Rick Adair. He's running out to the mound right now. Mariners pitching coach talked to him about it, see if he can get him back down in the zone.
How about the kid Adam Moore? Debut the other night in a game that goes 14 innings, gets 7 relievers through, some problems. They're working with starting pitcher Brandon Morrow, and now he's working with Ian Snell, getting him out of a few jams in this game against the Yankees.
And he picked up his first major league hit.
Off a job at Chamberlain. Nice afternoon for young Adam Moore. 2 on, 1 away. Ground ball down the third base line, fair. Rounding third, heading home, Mark Teixeira will score. Over to third goes Matsui. Up with the ball is Bill Hall, and the Yankees get on the board here in the top half of the 6th inning. Jorge Posada just going the other way with a double down the left field line. It's now the Mariners 7 and the Yankees 1.
A little bit of an excuse me swing. It didn't look like Posada wanted to really swing at it. Just kind of flips it right inside the bag over at third, but not the normal full swing that he would take.
And here comes manager Don Wakamatsu out of the dugout, and that's going to be it for Ian Snell this afternoon. He'll leave with a 7-1 lead. The Yankees have runners at second and third and 1 out. We're in the 6th. Don't go away. We'll be back after this timeout. inning, and Mike, that's it for Ian Snell.
Well, Ian had to work awfully hard, do a lot of pitches to get through the first inning, but overall he did a really nice job against the Yankees today. Changing speeds, that was a big-time strikeout against Alex Rodriguez back in the first. Take a look at that last fastball off the corner. Here's his line. 105 pitches for him in 5 in the third inning. It's a lot of pitches, but just 4 hits. So far, 1 earned run, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Made some big pitches when he needed to, Greg.
And he kept the Yankees away from the base station there in the top of the first inning when the Yankees got off to a quick start. First and second, nobody out. They didn't score. The new pitcher, lefty Garrett Olson. 3-5 record, a 5.78 ERA. We'll take a look at Robinson Cano. Hideki Matsui on at third base. Jorge Posada, the runner, at second base. 1 out here in the 6th. And the infield is back. They would give up the run for the out. Cano had 4 hits last night. He was 4 for 5. He's 0 for 2 today. 0-1.
Right there, that's a pretty good indication. Rick, you saw Cano flinch. He's a terrific hitter. Lefties, righties, it doesn't really matter to him, but that was a first pitch breaking ball, and he didn't see it. You could tell he was having a tough time because of the shadows already.
He was backing away from the first pitch. There's the shadows out in front of the plate. Fouled away behind the plate, and the count is 0-2 on Cano. Mariners 7 runs on 7 base hits. The home run by Junior. 3-run home run in the second inning. Yankees 1 run on 4. And a swing and a miss and a pitch down in the dirt for strike 3. Garrett Olson strikes out Robinson Cano for the 2nd out of the inning. And the Yankees still have runners at 2nd and 3rd. Cano shaking his head. Let's take a look at our Quest high-speed pitch. Ian Snell throwing 95 this afternoon, and Sergio Mitre throwing 93. Came on in relief for Jabba Chamberlain. You're right, Mike. It looked like Cano had a rough time with those shadows. Melky Cabrera takes high and outside for ball 1.
And what'll be interesting is Adam Moore, the catcher. He's familiar with Olson because Olson spent some time in AAA this year. But if he ends up getting a couple of guys that he's not real familiar with, it could be difficult to catch the ball back there too, just because of the movement of the pitches and not being familiar with them.
Outside, changeup, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Cabrera, who has lined out to Ichiro and right, also flied out to Hall in left field. Garrett Olson, a 9-game winner with the Baltimore Orioles last year. And Snell with the Pirates last year in the first half of this year. Strike 2 called on Cabrera. The count is even at 2-2. Matsui at third, Posada out at second base. The 2-2 on the way, and it's inside for ball 3, full count. $35,885 today for the final game of the series. Payoff pitch, fouled away behind home plate.
Garrett's doing a nice job of mixing his pitches up. A lot of times he throws fastballs, but he's throwing a few changeups and some nice breaking balls. You can see the different pitches that he's thrown so far. Just the one fastball, changeups and breaking balls.
Ground ball to third. Tricky hop handled by Beltre. Stops, pops, throws the first, and he got him. Nice play by Beltre. That'll end the inning. The Yankees get one. It could have been worse. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Our score. It's the Mariners 7 and the Yankees 1. Home with a $4.99 Mondo burrito. What a day out for baseball this Sunday afternoon. Game time temperature was 61 degrees. Little breeze, Mike, blowing in off the sound from the left field corner. Good crowd, 38,000 plus. For the final game of the series, it's the rubber match of the series. The Mariners have been very successful in these games all year long.
Well, they have, and that's the biggest difference when you look at their season and having an opportunity to have a winning season. That has been the difference. And for a while there, Rick, remember they used to lose the first game of every series, it seems like, and then they'd still end up winning that series, which I think is a really good indication of what's to come for this organization and this team going into next year.
Josh Wilson leading off the bottom of the sixth inning, a 7-1 Mariner lead over the Yankees. Wilson with a sacrifice bunt that led to 5 runs that inning. He's also flied out to Cabrera in right field. Tried to check his swing, but he went after it. 0-2 the count on Josh. He's had a great shot of the playing surface. Bob Christopherson, the head groundskeeper here, and his crew have done such a super job getting this field ready day after day after day. Beautiful ballpark. Little different than the Sandlot I grew up playing baseball on as a kid on the south side of Chicago. Just a little different.
You think?
Yeah.
But it didn't matter to you at the time, though, did it?
No, it was Comiskey Park. It was Wrigley Field for me.
That's right.
I go chop down the weeds, use that push lawnmower. Do kids even know that there's push lawnmowers, or do they still make those things where you have to push it? Bo, you don't have one at home?
Bo's looking at you. He has no idea.
Huh?
He has no idea what you're even talking about. A push?
What, you got to push it? Doesn't have a motor? You don't ride it? You have that little catcher you hook on the back behind the blades of the wheels. Oh man, my job was to take care of the front yard. My brother took care of the backyard, but the push lawnmower.
Bo does a real good job of letting me know what areas I've missed and have to go over again. He actually,
That's
you know,
good,
he actually today he told me, he said, Dad, if you teach me how to do it, I'll go mow the lawn for you.
Really, way to go, Bo. Ladies and gentlemen, Bo Blowers is joining us. He's our assistant this afternoon, one of the great football players on the South End.
I'm not sure how much that's going to cost me. We haven't negotiated that yet. But
I'll be your agent, Bo. I'll call up Scott Boros for you. Way to go, buddy. We're talking pizza. We're talking movies. All kinds of good stuff. How's that sound? All right, buddy. 3-2 the count on Josh Wilson. Toward the hole at short. Backhanded by Jeter. The throw picked out of the dirt by Mark Teixeira. What a play. 1 out for the Mariners. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Man, he's something, Mike.
Well, I thought it was interesting. Alex starts to go for it, lets it go. Jeter to surprise him a little bit, throws his ball in the dirt. That's a tough pick right there. In between hop, but Teixeira, terrific defensive first baseman, makes a nice play right there.
Mark showing off why he has 2 Gold Gloves to his credit. 1 out for the Mariners, bottom of the 6th inning. Here is Ichiro. Looking for his first base hit over 2, but he was intentionally walked and scored a run in the 2nd inning. A strike 0-1. Time now for our U.S. Marine Corps leaders of the game. Mariners with 13 walk-off wins this year. Most in club history. The Mariners had 12 walk-off wins back in 1986. Ichiro sends a fly ball down the left field line. Johnny Damon already shaded that way, and he makes the catch near the line for out number 2. Ichiro had back-to-back nights with walk-off hits. The base at the right field a few nights ago to beat the White Sox, and then a couple of nights ago the home run to beat the Yankees in Game 1 of this series.
And you know what's really, it's unbelievable to me that with all the hits he gets every single year, that he had never had a walk-off hit until this year.
Yeah, now he has 3.
Now he has 3.
And how many guys doing them back-to-back nights? It's only been done 3 times in Mariners history.
Well, how many times do you have the opportunity?
Yeah.
Much less come through and do it.
To actually get the base hit.
He's the 3rd person to do it?
Yep. Tom Pashort.
I was going to say Tom Pashort.
Back-to-back nights with home runs in the Kingdom to beat these guys, the Yankees.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Both times against Ron Davis. And then, back in 1986, Alvin Davis had walk-off game-winning hits back-to-back games. Franklin Gutierrez with a strike, and the count is even on Franklin. 1 ball and 1 strike. First walk-off hit, Ichiro went flying out into center field, trying to avoid the crowd chasing him. Swing and a miss, 1-2 on Gutierrez.
The crowd being his teammates.
His teammates,
right.
yeah. His fellow teammates had to go out there, chase him down. Finally got to him. And nothing he could do the other night because they were waiting for him at home plate after he hit the game-winning home run. 1-2 to Gutierrez. To Hopper to the second baseman, Robinson Cano. The throw to first, and it's in time to get Gutierrez for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on after 6 innings of play. Mariners 7 and the Yankees 1. 7-1. Mariners leading the Yankees. Top half of the 7th inning. The Yankees to send up Brett Gardner, Derek Jeter, Johnny Damon, the 9 1 and 2 hitters in the order for Joe Girardi's ball club. Garrett Olson on in relief of Ian Snell. Got the 2 final outs of the 6th inning for Snell. Ball 1 the count on Gardner. Nice job by Ian Snell. He went 5 1/3. Pitch count was up there, 105, but he gave up only 1 run. He avoided some trouble early in the game. Ball 2, 2-0 on Gardner. Ball 3, 3-0. Yankees started the year 17-17. First 34 games. On May 14th, there were 500 ball club. There's a strike, 3-1, but since then they have gone 78-37.
That's about the time that Alex came back.
Right there. Came back on May the 8th. Inside, ball 4. So Gardner draws the leadoff walk here in the 7th. 1 on for shortstop Derek Jeter. Number 1 hitting ball club in the American League, the Yankees, have scored more runs than anybody. More home runs than anybody. Jeter 1 for 2 today. Ball 1. Bullpen coach John Wetland talking things over with Mark Lowe getting loose. And time is called as catcher Adam Moore heads out to the mound to have a talk with Olson. Guys like Garrett Olson, Mike, are so important because these are the bridge guys to turn it over to Lowe, who usually shows up in the 8th inning. Ardsma in the 9th.
And they can spot start for you when you need them to do that. And you have to have those guys, and hopefully they're quality guys. The Mariners have a lot of depth now. You look at Vargas out there in the pen, he can also do that.
Sean White did such a great job all season long, but then came up with that sore shoulder. He's out for the rest of the year.
He was terrific this year, and he, you know, it's funny how it kind of progresses, because coming out of spring training with Brandon Morrow as the closer, then Ardsman's the setup guy. It's kind of worked its way out. Arden would be the closer, and then Lowe basically took over that setup part of it. But they needed somebody to get that gap in there, and that was Sean White. He did a terrific job.
Yeah, it seems like the roles had to shift and change because, well, things didn't work out for Brandon in that role, and then Ardsma stepped in, and he was terrific as the closer of the ball club.
And because he was able to do that, Rick, it gave the other guys time for that whole situation to work itself out.
Yeah.
Now, in the end, Mark Lowe ended up taking the setup job and ran with it. He's been terrific this year. But I really think that Sean White, you go and you talk to Don Wakamoso, huge for this club.
A strike on Jeter, full count, 3-2. On deck is Johnny Damon. You can't win without a bullpen because starters just don't have complete games anymore.
We were having that discussion today. We were having that discussion today when we were talking about Cy Young Award.
Ground ball to short. Josh Wilson over. The second one. Relay to first, and it's in time for the Jeter double play. They get Gardner at second, double up Jeter at first base. Nice play by Wilson, Mike, because he had to charge that ball.
And he got rid of it quickly. A nice accurate throw to Lopez. You see, it's not hit hard. Both Gardner and Jeter run well, but Lopez gets rid of it early. See the big stretch by Carp. What do you call him, the big fish?
The big fish.
The big fish. Nice stretch right there.
Had to get that fin way out there. Here's Johnny Damon, and Damon takes ball 1. Nice pivot, too, by Lopez, getting that strong, accurate throw over to Carp. Nice double play. Damon couldn't keep him off the bases, Mike, in the first 2 games of the series. He was 6 for 8, 0 for 2 today with a walk.
He's been hot, no question about it. 6 for 10 in the series so far.
2-1. Johnny's been around a long time. Made his debut in 1995 with the Royals against the Mariners. Got a base hit, his first hit off of Tim Belcher. Line drive right at Lopez at second base, who makes the catch for out number 3. 7th inning stretch time after 6.5 here at Safeco Field. Our score, it's the Mariners 7 and the Yankees 1. Score of 7-1, and here's how we got to this point in the first inning. Ken Griffey Jr. with a double into the gap. Mike
starts the game off with a double in the gap, drives in a run with 2 outs, a nice 2-out hit. Then he's followed up with Adrian Beltre, another base hit. Junior's able to score on that to give the Mariners an early lead.
Then 5 in the bottom half of the second inning. Down and away, and that is ball 4. A bases loaded walk to Franklin Gutierrez, and then Lopez with a sacrifice fly to right field, and the Mariners pick up another run, 2 on, and here's Junior.
No doubt about it. Tried to come inside with a fastball. He actually threw it on the inside corner, but Junior slammed the door on it and hit it back into the seats.
16th home run of the year, career home run number 627. And the Mariners jumped out to an early 7-0 lead. The Yankees get a run in the top half of the 6th. Doubles by Teixeira and Jorge Posada. And now we have a defensive change for the Yankees. Ramiro Pena now at shortstop for Derek Jeter. So maybe something happened, Mike, on that ground ball to Wilson.
Yeah, maybe. I really expected Jeter to beat that out. Mariners did a nice job of turning the double play, but it didn't look like Jeter was running as well as he normally does. Now he's out of the ball game, so hopefully he's going to be okay.
We get word on Derek. We'll pass it along. Jose Lopez leading off the bottom of the 7th inning. So Ramiro Pena now playing at shortstop. Up and in as Jose backs away from ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mitre's done a nice job, Mike, replacing Jabba Chamberlain.
Definitely taking care of some innings for the Yankees. Chamberlain only able to go 3 innings in the game. This will be the 4th inning of work for Mitre.
Up and in ball 2. 2-1. Mariners 7 runs, 7 hits. The home run by Griffey, who has 4 RBIs. Ball will find the new guy, right? Pena has it, throws out Lopez at first base, so 1 out for the Mariners here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Say, friends, a smoother, quieter, greener way to travel. Ride South Transit's Link Light Rail from Tukwila to Seattle with 10 stops along the way. And here he is, Ken Griffey Jr., 2 for 2 on the day, a double, a home run, and 4 runs batted in and 2 runs scored. Nice afternoon for Griffey. On the outside corner, 0-1. And just watching Junior Mike all season long, he's having a lot of fun.
He's having a terrific time. We've talked about that a bunch with him this year, and everybody has good days and bad days, right? But he's had a good day pretty much every day this year. I can't think of him not having fun or laughing about something. Why not?
Exactly.
Hall of Fame career.
Making sure, doing his best to make sure that a lot of the guys also have a good time inside that clubhouse and on the field. Outside, ball 2, 2-1. Sends a high fly ball into center field. Brett Gardner going back now comes in, battling the sun, but he's there, gets the right spot and makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Did a really nice job of shielding his eyes with his glove, keeping the sun out.
So 2 down, and that'll bring up third baseman Adrian Beltre. Where was the worst sun field that you played? I mean, you played a lot of third base, once in a while in the outfield, but
I would have to say, and it wasn't necessarily the sun, but day games at Yankee Stadium, because the way the old stadium, where it would slope down, right?
Yeah.
Everybody, of course, it's beautiful weekend, sunny day. Everybody has their white shirts on, and when that with the way that the field slanted down, they were all sitting right there. I mean, it was really hard to pick the ball up.
Yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily looking up into the sun, but it was the glare off of all those white shirts and trying to pick the ball up as it was coming through the hitting zone.
Old Yankee Stadium. 2-0 the count on Adrian Beltre. Comiskey Park was the same way because it was so old that the drainage basically was, straight down for the baselines.
When you were playing in high school and college, did you guys have the flip down glasses?
We had the flip down ones, yeah.
Yeah, I like those. I like those better than the regular, just wearing sunglasses the entire time.
Besides that, they were cooler.
I thought so. Were you a big eye black guy? Put the eye
No,
black
we
on?
No, we didn't have that.
You didn't?
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm a lot older.
A lot.
We didn't have. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Beltre goes down swinging. 1, 2, 3, bottom of the 7th. We go to the 8th. Mariners lead the Yankees 7-1. A lot older. Commemorate one of the greatest records in sports history with this officially licensed Ichiro 9 consecutive 200 hit season full-size photo bat. The bat measures 34 inches and has a 360-degree image of Ichiro right around the barrel of the bat. The bat has the words 9 consecutive 200-hit seasons and is limited to 5,000 individually numbered bats. Call BigTimeBats.com at 1-866-280-BATS. The bat sells for $129.95 plus shipping. You can see the official Ichiro all-time consecutive 200-hit bat at www.BigTimeBats.com or call 1-866-280-BATS. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. Our throwing right-hander Mark Lowe will take over in relief as we go to the top of the 8th inning. 7-1, the Mariners leading the Yankees. The numbers for Lowe, makes his 69th appearance. 2-6 record and a 2.89 ERA, has a couple of saves. Not hitting first baseman for the Yankees, Mark Teixeira leads it off a strike, 0-1.
This will be interesting here, Rick, with the shadows and Lowe out there throwing 97 miles an hour.
Hang with them.
Yeah, see how the Yankees can handle it.
Shadows getting out there near the mound. Line drive the other way. Base hit. Fair down the left field line. It's going to be another double for Mark Teixeira. His third hit, second double. What a year for Mark Teixeira. Bill Hall gets a throw back in. Brings up Alex Rodriguez.
Take another look at it. Swings real late, but finds it over there inside the bag at third.
Teixeira went 4 for 5 last night with 2 home runs and 5 runs batted in. He's 3 for 4 today. Alex Rodriguez is 0 for 3. Has struck out. Grounded out to Beltre at third. He's also flying out to Ichiro in right field. Up and in, ball 1. A-Rod Mike Moore, number 3 in Seattle and also in Texas. It wasn't going to happen in New York.
No, that was not going to happen there. So now he's 13.
Babe Ruth wore number 3. One of the many numbers retired by the Yankees. In the air, straightaway center field, backing up Franklin Gutierrez, sets up underneath, makes the catch, and Teixeira will have to hold at second. The throw to third, cut off by Josh Wilson. 1 out for the Yankees here at the top of the 8th inning with a man aboard. Say, friends, catch all of the action of the 2009 Major League Baseball postseason on Fox and TBS. The excitement begins on October the 7th with the Division Series on TBS. Here's designated hitter Hideki Matsui. Cubs trying to get to the playoffs. Of course, the Yankees. The Yankees looks like they're going to take care of business in the East, Mike.
I don't think there's any question about it. I know the Red Sox still have 3 games left with the Yankees, but they're just playing so well, Rick. They've been terrific since the All-Star break. I don't see them slowing down right now.
95 wins. Boston starting to play 6 games back in the East. Let's see, Boston won today in Baltimore 9-3 over the Orioles.
Both clubs will be in the postseason. Boston out in front of Texas in the wild card by 7 games.
That's
Rangers,
over.
That's over.
Texas can't overcome that.
Well, Texas lost today. Boston won, so now it's 8 games.
It's pretty much done.
I think it is.
With 2 weeks left to play. And I tell you what, though, Mike, still a good race going on. Here's a look at the East standings and the wild card. Pitch to Matsui is outside for ball 1. Minnesota, they're not out of it. They don't have Justin Morneau out. He's out for the year.
They lost today to the Tigers 6-2. So Minnesota 2 games back going to it. So they'll fall back to 3.
Big win for the Tigers, hanging in the Central. Swinging a foul back by Matsui. 1-1 the count. Here's a look at that American League Central Division race. Detroit winning today over Minnesota, now with a 3-game lead. The White Sox are 6.5 out. As a game, the skipper of the White Sox not too happy. 1 on, 1 away, top of the 8th. Down the right field line, pulled foul, hit hard but foul off the bat of Matsui, and the count 1-2.
Off speed pitch right in the middle of the plate.
Mark Teixeira on at second base with 1 out. Let's see if we see a 99 right here from Mark Lowe. He's in miles per hour. Adam Moore going through the signs.
Off speed pitch. I thought he was coming back with a fastball there.
2-2.
There you go. Just the one fastball so far, 97 miles an hour.
Two. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And there's the fastball. 2 outs for the Yankees here in the top half of the 8th inning. Stay tuned for Mariners All Access coming up later today on FSN. We're going to sit down with Seattle lefty Ryan Rowland-Smith and break down the club's upcoming series in Tampa Bay with the defending American League champion Rays. Mariners All Access today at 4:30 right here on FSN. There he is, Ryan Rowland-Smith, doing a nice job since coming back from Tacoma. And Mike getting deep in the game, start after start after start.
That's going to be huge for the Mariners going into next year. He's a guy, once you get through the month of April, he'll be somebody 115, 120 pitches. I don't think will bother him at all.
No.
And he's usually pretty efficient, so he's going to work deep in some games and really save the bullpen a lot. You have him and Felix in your rotation. Those guys give some guys in the bullpen days off out there.
Ryan's last start went 8 innings in that 4-1 win here at home against the White Sox. Ground ball by Posada right to the second baseman Jose Lopez, and that will retire the side. Leadoff double by Teixeira. He is stranded at second base. Nicely done by Mark Lowe. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Mariners 7 and the Yankees 1. Bank, better ideas, better banking. And by Pizza Hut, get loads of melty cheese with the stuffed crust pizza, only from Pizza Hut. That sounds huge. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Aaron is leading the Yankees by a score of 7-1. Some defensive changes for New York. Now playing left field is Melky Cabrera. He wasn't right, so put Cabrera in left. Now in right field is Eric Hinsky. Big Juan Miranda is now playing first base for Mark Teixeira. And graduated from SIU, a Saluki, Jerry Hairston Jr. taking over at third base for Alex Rodriguez. Left fielder Bill Hall leading off the bottom of the 8th inning. Hall, Carp, and Moore to face Sergio Mitre. Has done a nice job in long relief for starting pitcher Jabba Chamberlain. Lasted only 3 innings, gave up 7 runs, all earned on 5 hits, walked 3, had a couple of strikeouts. Oh, 1 on Hall. Yankees will have one more try when we go to the top half of the 9th inning. Oh, 2.
Looks like they're going to have to try it against David Artsma, getting loose out in the Mariner pen to get some work in today.
Mariners have the off day, the travel day actually tomorrow.
Right.
Well, it's out of Tampa Bay. Just 2 games against the Rays, Tuesday and Wednesday. Swing and a miss by Hall, strike 3. 1 out for the Mariners here in the bottom of the 8th. Brings up first baseman Mike Carp. Say the final BECU half price family night of the season is set for Tuesday, September the 29th, when the Mariners host the Oakland A's. Few reserved seats are as low as $10, so bring the gang out to Safeco Field for a fun night of baseball. Tickets are available at mariners.com. Rick Riz along with Mike Blowers, his son Bo Blowers, helping us out this afternoon up here in the broadcast booth. Mike Carp takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1, of course, with the best associate director in baseball, Robbie Nielsen, alongside of us, making sure that we read the commercials and the drop-ins. He's the best, huh, Mike?
No question about it. Keeps you in line.
And that's tough to do. Carp 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. 0-2 the count. Mitre delivers inside for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mike, you went through this maturation process like a Mike Carp and now an Adam Moore. You work so hard through the minor leagues to get to the big leagues. Okay, now you get here. What's the off season like for you? Inside, on the inside corner for strike 3. 2 strikeouts from Mitre here in the bottom of the 8th inning. That'll bring up Adam Moore. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners.
I think that initially it's a time of reflection. You know, everything's going so fast for these guys right now.
Yeah.
They get home and relax a little bit, and they'll start thinking about the process, what they went through, what they saw, adjustments they need to make. And really what they should do is go out and work this winter towards getting better and making adjustments that they feel they need to make to have success at this level, whatever that may be.
Right.
And that's what they'll do. You know, the one thing you don't have to worry about with the young guys, Rick, is they're hungry.
You better believe it. Like this kid right here, Adam Moore. First pitch a strike, the next offer down and away for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. And you find out right away what you need to work on during the offseason after spending a few weeks in the big leagues.
Well, you have a bunch of advantages. One, you go through it yourself. 2, you have the best coaches in the world. Carl Hamilton taking care of these guys with the video all the time. So these guys will go home with some video, get a chance to watch those things. I mean, there's a lot of information that you can take from just a small time that you're here.
I'm glad you brought up Carl. Carl does very good job, great job as the video coordinator with the ball club. Get a chance to look at every at bat, and a swing and a miss by Moore for strike 3. And Sergio Mitre strikes out the side here in the bottom half of the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th. Last try for the Yankees. Mariners 7 and the Yankees 1.
travel. So look at the numbers: 75 strikeouts, 65 2/3 innings. Opponents average just 186. ERA just over 2. Rick,
how about that? And he took over as the closer of the ball club about a month into the season. Mariano Rivera has 40 saves. David Ardsma has 35. We were talking earlier about how the roles changed and really everybody settled in after that first month. Shelley Duncan will lead things off for the Yankees. So we have a number of changes that Joe Girardi made in the bottom of the eighth. Excuse me, the bottom of the eighth inning defensively. So this is Shelley Duncan to bat in Cano's spot in the order. Duncan hitting 167, no home runs, no RBIs. Strike, going one. And Mike, you take a look at all the great closers down through the years, whether it's Mariano Rivera, Dennis Eckersley, pick one. It's that ability to go strike one consistently.
Working ahead, and most of those guys, most of them have plus stuff. If they get ahead of you, it makes it that much tougher and it puts you in a real defensive mode. If you all of a sudden you switch the tables around and you're ahead, you can be a little more aggressive, and that's why they're able to close games out. Able to close them out in pressure situations. And I think this guy, David Ardsma, you go back and you look at his saves, he didn't have too many of those 3-run lead, walk in the park type of saves.
There were 1-run saves.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Up and away for ball one, 1-2 the count on Duncan. Mariners have 31 games in which they won by 1 run.
That's a lot of pressure. One mistake can cost you a ball game.
This guy has been able to handle it. Popped up. Shallow left center field. Coming over Bill Hall and Gutierrez. Franklin is there and he makes the catch, and there's out number 1. Well, we welcome our friends watching the football game today involving the Seattle Seahawks here at Safeco Field. Mariners are leading the Yankees by a score of 7-1, 2 outs away from putting away a win and a series victory against the Yankees. Mike,
done a nice job of winning series this year.
Melky Cabrera, he takes a look at, guess what, strike 1. Strike 2. 0-2 the count on Cabrera. Basically, closers have 2 pitches and they're really good pitches. Bounce down the third base line, foul ball handled by Beltre, but over into foul territory. The count is still 0-2 on Cabrera. What a sports weekend here in the Northwest, Mike.
It's a great weekend.
Walk-off home run win by Mariners and Ichiro a couple of nights ago. Huskies and the Cougars winning yesterday. The Mariners about to put a bow on this one. 7-1 lead over the Yankees. Ichiro, that big home run. Crowd were nuts. 1-2, swing and a foul off the foot of Cabrera. The count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. What years were you at the University of Washington? What season?
86, 7.
Joe Girardi from Northwestern University. Swing and a miss. Pitch in the dirt, knocking it down. Adam Moore, the throw to first. A strikeout for David Ardsma. The putout goes 2-3. So 2 outs for the Yankees. They're down to their final out. Now the fans rising to their feet. Some of them. And here's center fielder Brett Gardner. 7-1 Mariners. Ian Snell worked out of some jams early in the ball game. Up and away and all the way to the backstop on the fly, just a bit outside. Will get your attention as a hitter, won't it?
A little, yeah, especially since you probably can't see it real well.
Shadows down on the other side, the backside of the mound. Fastball, strike, and it's 1-1. Mariners trying to go 4-2 on this homestand. Taking 2 out of 3 against the White Sox. Fly ball down the left field line, slicing foul and out of play into the crowd. And a fan makes a nice catch down the left field line in the seats. And it's 1-2 on Gardner. Hey, what's he doing in the crowd? What's Ichiro doing in the crowd? Pretty good lookalike right there. Real one's out in right field. Line drive caught by the shortstop Josh Wilson, and it's over. The Mariners beat the Yankees this afternoon. A final score of 7-1, and they take the series 2-1. Ian Snell, the winner. He goes to 5.